Hey everybody, and welcome to our second upload of the year. Real quick, if you guys could just go ahead and like this video. And I always appreciate you guys liking my videos. Some good coffee right here. But this is our second upload of the year, and I kind of wanted to combine what well, first of all, I filmed this actually in 2022. What day is it today? The 29th. And I wanted to combine what I'm doing in the new year with everything on my channel here. And I figured, why not kind of start telling you guys my house buying process of what I really am looking for, where I'm looking, and the reason why I don't think I'm going to be buying in Celebration. But I did tell you in last year, actually 2 videos ago, that my break was coming, and we're gonna announce my break here today. The reasons why, I kind of already went through that, but I just want to let you guys know because I learned from last year not to go ghost. Let you guys know when I am going to be taking that yearly break, and it's so hard for me to take that break. But welcome back to your Daily Ghost. I want to talk about Celebration, which is very close to Walt Disney World, and why I ultimately don't want to live in Celebration. So with that, welcome back to your Daily Dose. Let's take a drive around. I'll show you the town of Celebration and my reasonings why I don't feel like I want to live here. Okay, the town of Celebration was actually first kind of developed by Walt Disney World. So it's actually really close. And the cool thing about Celebration is there's not that much traffic if you want to live in this area. You can take World Drive, and it's literally amazing getting to Celebration because I-4, anything past I-4 that leads into Reunion, Champions Gate, Kissimmee, Davenport, you are going to experience some of the worst traffic you've ever experienced in your life. So that's why I say anything past Celebration is a no for me. But speaking more of Celebration, if you kind of just zoom on in to all the houses for sale here on Zillow, the average price is about $900,000 up to $1 million. And I mean, that's cool and all. That's kind of like the average prices here in Disney. But these are older homes in Celebration that I really ultimately don't want to like because I don't like the interior. And for me, if I'm purchasing a house for $900,000, I want to get exactly what I want. I don't want an outdated kitchen, and I don't really want to live right next to my neighbor. A lot of those houses are here in Florida. You literally can see inside their homes. It's a really nice community, but just with the dated interiors and how much they are, it's pretty much automatically a no for me here in Celebration just by looking at the prices and then looking at what you get. 1,400 square feet is $600,000 here in Celebration, and the interiors are just so ugly in my opinion. Built in 2001, 2002, not really my cup of tea at all. Wow, now that I think about it, this is actually a nice one. It's $600,000, but that is a townhome. This one's 1,700 square feet for $600,000. If I'm paying $600,000, I don't want to live in a townhome. This is super nice though. Super nice. I just don't want like a neighbor attached to my house, you know? That's crazy. That's great. This is actually part of a newer development in Celebration. Super nice, but for $600,000, no thank you. You can get usually around here and anywhere, $500,000 for a townhome, $400,000. That's how much they cost. It's ridiculous. Beautiful community though. Like it's amazing, but it is so hard to find a nice home in Celebration, in my opinion, that looks up to date to my standards that I could get north of the Magic Kingdom for a cheaper price as well. So basically, Celebration, it's a nice community. Nice homes on the outside, but in my opinion on the inside they just look like mush. I don't know, give your thoughts down below. So Celebration, I really ultimately thought I wanted to live here, but to get a good house that you can get anywhere else here, you have to pay $1 million plus to kind of get a good interior. But then you have to think about, do you really want to pay $1 million house to literally see inside someone else's kitchen? All the homes are so close, you don't really get yards. You can get a yard if you want to pay, I believe, like $2 million, but Celebration has kind of been crossed off automatically just because of that, in my opinion. I mean, just look at this one, 1,400 square feet. It is $615,000. You don't get a lot for your money in Celebration unless you go $1 million plus, which is way out of my budget. 1,400 square feet. I can get that somewhere else for probably $400,000. I mean, you're paying for the location. And a lot of these homes really aren't the greatest to standards, like I said, that you can get elsewhere. No traffic. I love the no traffic, but I just don't want to pay that much for, in my opinion, what isn't really a nice looking house on the inside. You know what I mean? Also, don't worry, these aren't going to be my types of videos. I just thought this would be kind of interesting to have a real estate video on the 2nd of the year in January and do something completely different instead of going to the Disney parks, because I feel like this is just going to be my life this whole next year of house hunting. And maybe I will tell you guys the city that I live in, like Celebration, Winter Garden, but I'm not going to give like the exact home and whatnot, because I feel like a lot of people don't know the areas down here. And I feel like this kind of helps. Celebration, again, it's super nice because it's not really that crowded. It's amazing. And they actually just built new homes in Celebration. It's actually beautiful. Let's go there. I forgot what it's called, but the houses look so cool and they're built this year. Better interiors, and I think for the same price. It's like the newer Celebration. The older Celebration, a big no-no in my opinion. A big no-no. I just think $600,000, $900,000 for a home built in 2001? Absolutely not. I don't care how big the house is. If I'm living in something that is so out to date, I'm not going to be happy. I'm more of a modern type of guy, maybe, but I just don't like old looking things, you know? My personal opinion. And I like to have a yard. I'm from Wisconsin. I love yards. It's really hard to get that here in Florida in general, but real quick side note before we head on out. This place, Celebration, is a very nice area. But again, in my opinion, it's just so hard to find that home that is worth your money. And it's really everything that I wanted in a house with no work. Again, because they are older, but this place is beautiful. You don't feel like you're living in like the hustling and bustling, heavy traffic that Central Orlando is. That's what I love about Celebration. It's not all bad. It's just the houses are so dated, except for where we're going right now because they're new. Now this is going to be called Island Village at Celebration, which the average home for I believe 2,000 square feet is about $700,000. Most of the homes are sold in phase 1. There's going to be a phase 2, and this is actually right past the high school. New development, just lots of moolah. Again, I know this video is different, but this is going to be most of my life in 2023 looking for homes. So if you could do me a favor, let me know what you guys think of this video so far. And we still have to talk about my break announcement. Just give me a second here. Now to get to Island Village, it's kind of like out of the way, hence its name. You have to drive quite a ways because it really is ultimately like an island. It's very interesting. It's really far in the back of Celebration, like in the middle of nowhere. Well, here we go, everybody. Island Village. They're building an elementary school here too, so keep that in mind. But I really feel like this is its really own area. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. New development, all new homes. I dig it, except they're all just very close to each other, and it's just one thing I dislike about Florida homes everywhere you go. But newly built, like look how beautiful they look. Absolutely stunning. They're all basically sold except the townhomes. I have something against townhomes. I just don't like townhomes at all. $600,000 for townhomes. It's quite absurd. Quite absurd. I sound like a real estate guy. It's kind of funny, but this is literally gonna be my life in 2023. Deciding where to live. They're also building a huge community center, multi-home families, which are the apartments we're looking at. There's gonna be nice real estate down here. Or sorry, it's not real estate. Some nice restaurants and shopping. Always communities here in Florida now are gonna be a combination of townhomes, homes, and apartments. Now this is definitely the part of Celebration I could see myself living just because of the new developments, and I feel like you get exactly what you're looking for with your money. A new home for a relatively decently priced home here in Florida. Again, I'm not perfect on this. I'm just showing you guys good areas and where I'm thinking about, especially because I believe this is phase 1. There's going to be a phase 2 of an extension of this so-called island. I feel like I haven't been giving the most positive review about Celebration, but if I found the perfect home, I would live here because this community makes up for kind of like the lack of what I really kind of want. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous, and I definitely could see myself living here for sure. It's just got to be the right house, which I feel like is everyone's situation all the time. Celebration Island Village is kind of the vibe where I grew up, because I grew up in a community where they were putting up homes left and right. There was tons of construction, but it does kind of just give that sense of a very beautiful home community. $500,000 to $700,000 for the homes that are on for sale right now. 17 to 2,500 square feet. But it's gorgeous. I just love the newness of it. I just want them to hurry up with phase 2, but I don't think it's gonna be done in time for when I need to pull the trigger on a home for sure. This is definitely the wealthier side. Right here, you can kind of tell these are some big old mansions. These things are huge. This is probably like, I don't know, 2 million? I have no idea, but these are like castles. Things are huge. Really big. Like, look at this. My word. Yeah, I will definitely say Celebration is beautiful. I mean, look at this. Absolutely gorgeous. It's a strong sense of community. Like community. If that's what you're looking for, look for a house here. But no, you're gonna be paying a lot more for it in Celebration. It's definitely a lot older community, and look, you can even go around in go-karts. That's pretty much everywhere in Celebration you can do that. Or sorry, in Florida. Celebration is definitely its own beautiful bubble. Definitely an older community. It is beautiful though, it really is. I just feel like you can get more for your money elsewhere, but it's such a strong community, guys. And now driving through here, I'm like, man, if I found a perfect home, I could really live here. Really could. I don't know, guys. The whole point of this video is to really tell you guys that I'm so serious about buying a house, and just to show you guys what really is all around here, because I know us Disney fans or people in general always think about Celebration as being this amazing place to live, and it really ultimately is. I just don't think it's for me. And I'm just really excited for this whole new year to bring you guys along on more authentic journeys as I look at homes with my real estate agent. I actually have a meeting with him tomorrow, so this journey in 2023 with all our travels, daily adventures is going to be one for the books, because it's ultimately going to be a huge decision on what I decide to do. And speaking of what I decided to do, I have decided to take a break, and without further ado, here is what I have decided. With all that, guys, don't get me wrong, I love Celebration. It's just harder to find something that is worth your money, especially during this time, you know, with the house buying process, and how high everything is with interest rates. But I did a real quick want to announce my break, and it's really hard for me to even do this, but January 8th through the 15th, I will be having a break. Our first upload will be back on the 16th. Very hard for me to just, you know, decompress and not post everything as a daily content creator, but it's really needed just for a mental reset so I don't burn out. If anything major happens, I probably will have a video up, but yeah, I'm going to be having a break, big decompress from social media, probably twice a year. I might do this even 3 times a year, but January, it's always like that automatic reset, because that's where I kind of just regroup, come up with my plan. I have big things in store for 2023, like huge things to go above and beyond from what we already did from 2022. But yeah, my break will be January 8th, and I'll be back on the 16th. It might change. I'll keep you guys updated, but that's pretty much what I'm thinking. So yeah, break soon. if that stands, that means we only have 5 more uploads until I take that complete week off. So, yeah, crazy. Crazy. It's been a whole 2 years now, full time on YouTube. It's been the best thing ever. Best thing by far. I feel like the pros of Celebration are not that much traffic, a cool community, and it's not that far away from Disney, and no more traffic. I love not having traffic, and you're not gonna get a lot of traffic here unless it's around Christmas and everyone's in downtown celebrating. Something different here today, way different from the content that I have done previously. I feel like I can do it way better. So this was kind of just like an introduction, but it's just really like, hey, do you guys want to see stuff like this? I've always been wanting to do it, and I really want to ramp it up. It's gonna be a lot different though, especially when I go house hunting. I'll probably it's gonna be more of a lifestyle, like my daily adventures at Disney, cruising, whatever it may be. This was kind of more of like a production video in a way. But again, let me know your guys' comments down below. Your thoughts, and that's gonna be it for you guys' daily dose. I will see you guys tomorrow, and Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Crazy. Here's a 2023, and lots of likes on our posts. Thanks.